Good morning everyone, it's Coach Erin and I hope you're having a great week so far. Happy hump day, it is Wednesday, woohoo! Alright, so it is only logical that we're working on our lower body because it's hump day, right? Yeah. Okay, so today's moves, we've got 3 as always. We're going to be focusing more on the quads, the inner thighs, and the glutes, okay? So the first move, you're going to want to grab a weight. I suggest if you haven't done a goblet squat before, that you grab just a light weight, even a book, anything like that, just to hold in front of the chest to get the moves down, okay? So I'm going to grab a kettlebell here. All right, I'm going to hold it here right in front of the chest, tucked under the chin. My elbows are pointing down. Okay, I'm setting up in my normal squat position. I'll go back so you can see my feet. All right, so feet about shoulder width apart and your toes pointing slightly outward. So what I want to do before we start going down into the squat is I want you to take a look at my knees right now, okay? So right now they're really straight. So I'm going to soft bend and then I'm going to press my knees out, okay? So as soon as I press my knees outward, I tend to squeeze my glutes naturally and pull the belly button in. All right, spread through the whole foot, but most of the weight's going to be in your heels, but you still want to keep your toes down onto the floor. So now we're set up, okay? Everything's working, ready to go. Shoulders are back and down. You're going to drop that bum back and down, keeping the chest up, and coming down to where it feels comfortable for you. At the bottom of your range of motion there, I want you to think about pressing those knees out, pulling the belly button in, squeezing the glutes, and then coming back up again, all right? So if you can go all the way down, awesome. It just depends on your makeup of your body, how your body is shaped, all right? And I don't mean, that sounds wrong, it's morning. It's more like how the length of your femur versus your torso and all that good stuff. So you see people going down all the way. Some people just cannot go down all the way, all right? And if this is bothering you, just take away the weight and pretend that you've got something in there. Okay, next one, I'm gonna grab my handy dandy stool here and we've got single leg step ups. So single leg step ups, you normally see people doing this, right? Okay, so what I wanna do here is actually slow things down. So we're gonna place our whole foot onto our step or whatever we're using. Okay, so a lot of people use this leg that's on the floor to kind of press off. And your hips are out of line, nothing's really supported and ready to go. So what I want you to do is focusing in on this movement. Here, I'll switch feet. You want to focus on using the muscles in this top leg. Pressing into the foot, into the heel, pulling the belly button in, squeeze the glutes. And now what I want to do is, I'm not going to jump up. I'm going to slowly come up onto my toes, but all my weight's here in this leg. Then you slowly come on up, controlled, and then come on down, nice and controlled. Okay, and then start again. So it's a slow movement, but you want to make sure that you're getting the most out of this. All right, so not just springing up off that bottom foot to get the step up done. Slow it down a little bit. You can even start with 5 each leg if you don't have the time. All right, but again, okay, pull the belly button in, shoulders down and back. Okay, I don't even put this foot down, all right, until I get back down to the bottom. So a little bit of balance here. If you need some support, make sure you have a wall or a chair that you can grab for some balance support. Okie dokie. Last but not least, we're gonna do a curtsy lunge with some abduction. So curtsy lunge is kind of like this. You're doing a curtsy, right? So you want to start with your feet about hip width apart. You're going to take one step behind the other leg, okay? So the important thing about this one is that you can really do this one incorrectly and put a lot of pressure on the knee and your pelvis and hips and low back. So you want to make sure that you're using this front leg and making sure that your toes are pointing, or sorry, your knee is in the same direction as your toes, so trending in the same direction. You want to make sure that the weight's not sinking back here, okay, because that can also put a lot of pressure on that back knee. as it's going kind of down and back. So what you want to do is think about keeping those hips secure. So pull the belly button in, squeeze the glutes, take that step back. Focus on this front leg. Okay, keep the knee over the toes. Come down with that back knee as low as you can go, but I want to make sure that your weight is in that front leg. As you come up to stand, and you're going to take that leg out to the side and back. Okay, so if you can do this, perhaps without touching the ground, with that supporting leg until you sit back, the moving leg, boom, awesome. If not, that's okay. You can take it here, curtsy it out, come back to center, take that abduction, and back to center, okay? So you can slow it down. You want to do 10 each side. If this is causing you any grief at all, we're just gonna go into a sumo squat, okay? So we still want to work the inner thighs because the curtsy lunge helps with those inner thighs, okay? So you can take your feet out about 45 degrees, maybe a little bit more, and take your feet out a little bit wider, okay? And you're gonna have your knees pointing in the same direction as your toes as you come down, okay? So this is working those inner thighs, come down to where it's comfortable, squeeze the glutes, come on up again, okay? So that's your alternative to the curtsy lunge. Guys, that's it. Tomorrow is upper body day. I hope you have a fabulous one. Let me know if you need any modifications. And again, as always, reminding you that this is the last little bit of September to get the free week for a week of full workouts, yoga, and Zumba access. All right, so go get it.